What is going on, everyone? Kurt Curley here with Society11. First off, thank you very much for checking this out, coming here and watching it. I appreciate that very much. I am streaming on Crowley.link. I'm also streaming in the Internet Marketing Group, streaming on the Moneymakers Group inside Society11, as well as on my YouTube page. So if you're on any one of those, please go ahead and uh, check up a hi real quick in the comments section. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me, see me. Everything's going well, and then we will go ahead and get this going. So let me go ahead and take a look here. It looks good there. I'm just going to check out a couple of places really quick, and then I'm going to get this party started. Okay, so I have done some updates to the actual Kindle Book Creator software, and I'm going to go through those updates. I'm going to show you exactly how those updates are, how you could utilize them, and we're just going to get right into this, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen, and you should be able to see the screen just um, over to my left here, and then I'm going to go ahead and make it full screen here. So right here at the very beginning, you're going to notice that we still have the very first thing where we're going to be selecting the category that we're going to be wanting to write our book upon. So I'm going to go ahead and do the drop down, and I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm going to choose photography. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now for the gender preference, once again, totally up to you. You can make it to where it's mixed. If you leave it blank, it's going to be both male and female. If you select male, of course, it's going to be just men. If you choose female, it's going to be just women. So I'm going to leave this as mixed. I'm going to go ahead and click next. And immediately you're going to notice that it's going to start actually creating the actual documents. And I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to sit back here and let this crank out just for a minute. And this will take just a little bit. What it's doing is it's creating each uh, members or each author's uh, contribution to the actual book. Now, here is one of the additions that we've added onto it. So I'm going to go back to full screen here so you can see it a lot clearer. We now give you suggestions for the tip for your book name. Now, you can utilize these if you so choose, or you could change them, make up your own, whatever. These are just 7 suggestions. Photography tips to help you take pictures. Taking better pics is a snap with these photography tips. Enjoy creating spectacular photographs with these tips. I like that one. So I'm going to go ahead and make that as my main title of my book. Now we have the exact same suggestions here, but this is for the subtitle of the book. This is totally up to you if you want to use this. You can go ahead and type in your own once again, or you can just put in blank. Totally up to you. For my purposes, I'm going to go ahead and leave it blank and click next. And then you're going to notice that we have all of the output here, but I'm just going to go down and click on generate. Now you're going to notice we have the title of the book right there, exactly as we originally had it. And if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, here's another addition that we put into this actual book creator. We're actually going to be helping you create the description for your Amazon book listing. There's 3 things that's highly important with Amazon books. The very first thing that attracts people's eyes is the cover image. If you have a bland or dull cover image, people are not going to click into your book to take a look, see what it is. No matter how much marketing you do, you got to keep it to where it's interesting to people. Second, the title of your book is extremely important. People look at the name, they see the picture, then they click in to see a little bit more of the information. The third thing is the description of your book. It is better to have some description than no description. When did you move? I'm not quite understanding that question there, Hugh. Um, so we have this here. description for your Amazon book listing. I'm going to go ahead and copy this just for a second, just so you can see a little bit, highlight it. And I'm actually going to make the text a little bit bigger so you can read it a little bit better. Inside this book, you will find tips from 7 different people who have experience with photography. And they are sharing that experience with you inside of this unique book. Many people that take a lot of photos end up always looking for more ways to improve their technique and capture better shots. It can be a never-ending quest, but you could still get a lot of great pictures during the journey. This book contains a few ideas that will hopefully help you on that quest. Thanks to our contributors, and it lists all 7 of them out. Without you, this would not have been possible to do or share. Thanks again. So this helps build that description that goes inside of your Amazon listing when you're listing these books for sale. So this is something that we've added to this as well. Now, I do recommend that you take everything on this page. So I'm just going to do a Control A, Control C, and I'm going to come over to DeepL, and we're just going to run everything through into German, and then we're going to copy the German output, paste it back in, and then we're going to convert it to, we're going to convert it back over into English. But what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to log in real quick, and then we're going to do this because I was not logged in. There we go. Now I can paste in the text. Now it's going to be translating it all into German. You're going to notice that we've got a little over 30,000 characters to be translated, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, unless you're talking about the background, that is a part of StreamYard. That's what I'm using to go live and multi-stream. And this is about halfway done. And while this is wrapping up, DeepL is definitely one of the products that you're definitely going to be wanting to get a hold of. Because what it will do is it'll take all of your content and just rewrite it in a nice way. It's a great way to make sure everything is unique. As well as DeepL's got some really good AI involved with it. So this is definitely a very good program to use. Okay, so everything has been translated to German. So now I'm just going to do Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V, paste it in there. Now it's going to change it back into English. And we got 36,000 characters that we're going to be translating now. Hold on just one moment. Go and grab me something to drink. And then as soon as this is done, we're going to take the output from here. We're going to go over to Grammarly. So while this is wrapping up, I'm going to go ahead and log into my Grammarly account and get it ready. I'm going to bring you over to seeing my screen again, or me again, while I log in here. Okay, logged into Grammarly. I'm going to come back over to DeepL, and it looks like it is done. So I'm going to Control A, Control C, come back over to Grammarly, go to New, and I'm going to paste this in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on Done, and I'm going to let it run through just to take a look at everything here. And it's going to take a little bit. What I'm going to be looking for is the correctness. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to fix everything that's on here, which is going to take me just a little bit. Great photo tip or great photography tip. I'm going to leave it as photography, change it to that. Always to be creative genius. Can't expect to always be a creative genius. Yeah, we'll change that. Always expect. Okay. And we'll take out that. And this is going to take me just a few minutes. And this is live. This is not any type of recording. This is me actually doing this, so you get a great idea how long this actually takes in order to do the steps in order to produce a decent quality book. Now, this is generated by computer systems. This is not going to be Pulitzer Prize winning books. I'm just going to say that right now. But here's the thing. How quickly can you produce a 4,000 to 5,000 word book uh, for your business? That's what I want to know. This, you can get it done in less than an hour. You can get a book completely done, including listing on Amazon in less than an hour. Nothing else out there can do this. So trying to keep that in mind that this is a quantity number game, that's exactly what I want to keep everyone understanding. Remove that. No, photography, focal point, single subject. So we're almost done. We're a little over a third of the way done. So give me just a few more seconds, or a few more minutes actually, because it's going to take just a little bit of time. And then Photoshop's photography. And all I'm doing is just cleaning it up, just making sure that it reads well, uh, replacing some words, not a lot, just putting some thought into it. Now I'm looking at engagement. It does say that it's a bit bland, so I may look into the engagement as well. So just to give to bring it up a little bit. Remember, this is Grammarly. Grammarly's telling me exactly what to do in this and how to clean it up. And this is a good way to use it. And Grammarly is a great piece of software. If you're in the publishing business, you're going to want to have Grammarly anyway, because it is great for many different reasons. One of the best ones is the plagiarism check that we're going to be doing at the end, showing exactly how clean your output is and if it relates to other pieces of work. Now, of course, there's going to be some sentences where it's only like a fraction of a sentence. If I see that, I ignore that, because Grammarly looks for anything that has 5 matching words or more. Well, you can't really tell me that 5 matching words, unless there are brand names, are really going to get you in any type of trouble with plagiarism. So keep that in mind. And we're almost finished here. And ignore that. Remove the ellipsis. Remove those. Book. And almost done contributors. And you. All right, so now I'm going to come over to engagement. And I'm going to change some of these words, so certain to specific, uh, tips to advice, um, play with conventions and choose an unusual and focus point. How about a unique? And then we could change photo to picture. And if you plan to be on top of it, there we go. This is all I'm doing, is just cleaning it up, and it's going to build up the engagement somewhat. So keep that in mind as well. So let me look here. Adapt your style to your equipment. I'm going to leave that as equipment. A good lens. I'm going to leave it as good lens. Lines can help. Yep, we're just looking at the information here. When done correctly, we'll change that one quite easily. Interesting, exciting subject. I like that better. Using lines, leave that as is. Always think about the lighting. Let me change that. There we go. I'm going to leave that as always, just by close that out. And you notice our overall score keeps improving. These are important images, outstanding. I'm going to choose relevant. And I'm going to choose batteries, leave as batteries, because that's exactly what it is. You may have fantastic equipment. And that's probably going to be the right subject. There we go. That's all I'm doing is just doing a change. Boom, leave that as is. Find a subject that will inspire you. Leave that as subject. Lens. Objects in the foreground. I like objects much better. So this is all I'm doing is just verifying everything here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down here for extremely steady hands, remarkably. I'm going to change it to remarkably. Makes human objects look better. Leave it at humans. Let me take a look here. I'm just looking for it through a few of these. People are used to seeing things from normal human height. We're going to put average. I'm just doing a few of these. I'm just cleaning it up just a little bit. If the weather is nice, I'll leave it at nice. I'm going to change a couple of these to images from pictures or photographs. That way you're mixing up some of your verbiage as well in your book. Okay. Lighting is perhaps the most important factor. We'll leave it at that, but is very valuable, is precious. I love that word much better. So that's all I'm doing is just cleaning it up a little bit. What is your primary subject? I like that word much better. A clear focal point. Clear is definitely what we're wanting to keep. It is talking about photography and books. So I'm just looking through. Shot, no, beautiful shot is what we're looking for. Just cleaning it up somewhat. Leave it as subject. Flash, I'm sure we're going to leave that as flash. Deeper. More in depth. Let's change it. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's see here. Artistic. No, not aesthetic. Strong. Strong shadows is definitely the word that we're definitely wanting to use there. So we're just looking through. That's all we're doing. We're just looking through here. Gives, offers you the flexibility. That's much better. A good, no, we'll leave it at good. Original. Right behind you, leave that as is. Okay, so we've got it as pretty much as well as we're going to be able to get it done. So we'll change this back to focal point and use a right lens, use the right lens. Boom, good to go. Now I'm going to come down here to plagiarism. I'm going to click on this. Is going to tell me what percentage of this document, as is being listed elsewhere. And it's going to show me the chunks of the text that it has found in order for me to look at it and then clean it up as needed. So I'm going to finish this up here in just a few minutes. So it shouldn't take me very long. I'm anticipating probably, well, it's at 15%. So let me just scroll up to the top here. And this is my copyright. So I'm ignoring this. I'm just going to go ahead and dismiss that. What would you be able to create? That's it. That's all that's matching. That is not, in my opinion, plagiarism. That is, would you like to be able to create? That's a standard sentence that's said everywhere. So I'm going to dismiss that one as well. We hope you enjoy the short book and the valuable tips. Once again, too short, dismiss. Uh, Great photography tip that can help you. Okay, that's next to nothing. Even if you're taking a landscape photo, make sure your shot has a what? Once again, too short. Possible focal points for a nature landscape photo. There's just not enough. These are fraction sentences. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that one out as well. A fraction of a sentence, dismiss that one out as well. You're seeing what I'm talking about. So make sure your batteries are fully charged. That's a full sentence, but I'm not going to worry about that one. I can do ensure your batteries are fully charged. Boom, done. And make sure your batteries have fresh charge. Once again, that's standard text. Get a few sets of rechargeable batteries and always take an extra set with you. Dismiss. That's too bland, too common. Get a few sets. Let's see here. We'll just change it that much. There we go. There are many ways to play with that. Not enough information. I mean, there is just, these are fractions of sentences at best. And I'm not worried about those whatsoever. So keep that in mind as well. So just looking through it, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these out because they're just not enough to worry about whatsoever. See what I mean? That's nothing. I'm just ignoring that. All that no domaining. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and call this good as is, and I'm just going to do Control A, Control C, copy all the text. Now you could do this in Microsoft Word, or you can go into docs.google.com. Totally up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. If you're doing it in Google Word, or I'm sorry, Microsoft Word, you can get the uh, Grammarly plugin for it, and then you'd be good to go. No problems there whatsoever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up to the top here now that I have this document. Here is the title of my book, and I'm just going to change this to H1. And then this is my author, and I'm just going to make this H2. And then I'm going to come right here, just do Control Enter, which brings it down, Control Enter, and all I'm doing is spacing out everything now. That's my first author in his words, and there's our second author. Scroll down, and then another author, scroll down, another author, scroll down, Another author, scroll down. And another author here, scroll down. Author, contributor, whatever you want to call them. And then in closing, and then this is my description. I'm going to leave it down here just for right now, but I'm going to move that to another document. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. We've already got H1, H2. We're going to do H2 on this. And then, of course, I'm going to do H2 here. And then this, I'm going to turn into a hyperlink, just like that. And then my forward, H2. You're going to notice every time I make H2, it's going to create this outline for me over here. It's exactly what I'm looking for. So Austin Wheeler, H2. Harry Adams, H2. It's all I'm doing, just creating my outline over on this side. Austin Day. Cheryl Cox. Rebecca Chavez. Ethan Butler. And then in closing, boom. Okay, that is everything. I'm serious. That's everything that we're going to be needing. This I could take directly over, exit out of this, and then bring up Notepad or Notepad++, just something to keep track of it. So I'm just pasting it there. So I'm going to bring this back over. Now that we have everything in the book pretty much done, we need to export this into a doc file. And it's really simple to do. I'm going to click on the title. So it's actually Have Fun Creating Spectacular Photos with These Tips. File, download, Microsoft Word doc. And there it is. It has downloaded. So now I'm going to bring up Kindle Create. And that will take just a moment. And I'll bring this over. So now we can do a new project from File. And then we're going to choose novel, essay, poetry, narrative, and nonfiction. And we're going to choose to file a doc or docx. And then having fun creating spectacular photos. Boom. And now it's importing. It'll take just a moment. And so far I've been online 28 minutes. I'm now importing the actual book as we speak. So I'm going to drag this over so you can see everything. Drag it back over. There we go. Now you should be able to see it better. So here's our title page, become a writer, forward, copyright. I'm going to show you a couple of things that we're actually going to make some changes on. So I'm going to come down here. This is the title page. I'm just going to delete it. And my copyright, delete it. Become a writer, delete it. The forward, delete that section. The reason being, we're actually going to create them right here. So in the front matter, there's the title page. I'm going to click on that. There's the book title, subtitle, author name, and publisher. So I'm going to come right back on over to my Google Doc. There's my title. Grab the title, paste it there. Have fun creating spectacular photos with these tips. I'm going to make these words all capital, first letter. It's just me. I like doing it this way. It looks better, in my opinion. Um, for books, you actually see this. So there we go. No book subtitle. You could leave that empty. Author name. My author is AI Wordsmith. Publisher is Society11.com. We have all of that. Create page. There we go. Have fun creating spectacular photos with these tips. This page looks much better, and I do like this much better as well. So we're going to come over here, and now we're going to bring over the copyright information. Copyright owner is going to be Society11.com. Year of publication is 2020. Now you could use their information that's here. You can use the one that was created. Totally up to you. I'm going to get rid of the ISBN information there because this is an ebook. The characters and events portrayed in this book are fictitious. If you want to change that, totally up to you. If you want to use what we've got up here, do that as well. And I'm going to grab this, come right back over here. Leave it as all rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced, stored in any way. I'm going to look here just for a second, see how it looks. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of this portion right here. And then create page. Boom, done. That portion is done. Going to come over here, do the exact same thing. This time we're going to do a forward. Going to come over here, grab the forward information. Grab this text as is. Over here, paste it in. Looks nice. We're going to add one more. We're going to do a standard front page. You're going to notice that it's blank. That's perfectly fine, because what we're going to be using this for is become a writer. Copy that. Paste that there. I'm going to highlight it, make that page title just as is. Arrow down, come back over here. Copy this. Come over here, paste that in, highlight this, insert hyperlink, and then you could put in the hyperlink right there. Insert hyperlink, done. I am going to space that out. Actually, I'm going to get rid of everything else. Just watch this 1 hour training video. Done. I'm going to change free to no cost. Lowercase it. There we go. Watch this no cost 1 hour training video. Very similar to what you guys are watching right now. So now we have the title page, copyright page to forward, become a writer. Then it goes directly into the product, or we can click here and let's go ahead and do a table of contents. So there's title page, copyright, forward, become a writer, all of the other information. Go ahead and click OK. We now have table of contents. We have it in, and you could drag this around. This is totally up to you. So there's your title page, copyright page. Next is contents, then the forward, become a writer, and then it goes into the actual content of the book. That's totally up to you how you want to do that. I kind of like it that way. And then down at the back matter, if you click on this, we have about the author. You could do all of your books by the author. So if you click on that, you can, let's say add 2 books here and then put in your Amazon store link. Now this cannot, I'm going to repeat this, cannot be your Amazon affiliate link or any Amazon affiliate link. It must be the link to that book or the bookstore. So keep that in mind. You don't want to put affiliate links, let me rephrase that, Amazon affiliate links in books that you put in Amazon Kindle. I just want to make sure everyone understands that fully. So you can add books by this author directly into the back end of this as well. epilogue afterward, acknowledgement. So if you wanted to thank people, you can come in here and thank them, give them full uh, credit. So this is what you could do here, which is really nice because it is a way to expand out the actual content of the book at the same time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on save, and then I'm going to leave that as the title for right now, and I'm going to go ahead and click save, and then I'm going to click on preview. I'm going to drag the preview box here, and I'm going to go to the very front of the book. This is what the front of the book looks like right now. Now, we haven't designed a cover. We're going to be doing that here in just a little bit. But I wanted you to see in less than what, 35 minutes, we've actually created the complete book. Pretty doggone good. So have fun creating spectacular photos with these tips. AI Wordsmith, Society11.com. There's our copyright information, contents, table of contents right there, all linked. There is our forward. And then, of course, I'm going to highly recommend this. You monetize your books. You got to monetize your books. This is one of the ways that you can monetize your books. Besides selling your books, you need to monetize uh, the book creation. Become an affiliate for Society 11. If you're not an affiliate already, get your affiliate link. That way you can include your affiliate link and tell people, hey, you could become a writer too. Just like I have. I wrote this complete book in 36 minutes, and you can read the contents. Austin Wheeler gives advice on photography. Choose a topic and concentrate on it. Point your camera at that subject or object and use the autofocus function if necessary. If you do not do so, your picture will look blurry. Play with the conventions and choose a unique focal point if you want original images. Keep it simple to get the best photos. You don't have to struggle with a bunch of different color and motion settings to get a beautiful picture. This is what this product does. This type of tips, these are tips basically sounding like they're coming from someone who's a little experienced and maybe not fully experienced, or they may sound extremely in depth. Just read them. Even if you're taking a landscape photo, make sure your shot has a focus. Shots without a focal point can look empty and boring. Possible focal points for a nature landscape photo are large trees, waterfalls, distant mountains. Another trick is to use something that sticks out as a focal point, such as a patch or of different colored flowers. Folks, that reads extremely well. But like I said, you're not going to win Pulitzer Prize with this book. These books are tips on how to actually do this particular hobby or interest. You know, best tips for photography. That's exactly what we're promoting here. There are 7 contributors to this, and you're seeing all the content right here, every single bit of it. And this is exactly what your readers are going to be seeing. So now that we see it, we like it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose publish. And then it's going to create the KPF file. This is our Kindle publishing file. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this. Once it's saved, I'm going to click on Kindle Direct Publishing, and I'm going to log into my KDP account. And I'm going to click on Kindle ebook. I'm going to log in, and the book title. Right here, it's already asking us. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top of my Google Doc here, and I'm just going to grab because that is my book title. Subtitle, I'm not putting one in there. There's no series information, no edition number. My author is, of course, AI, last name, Wordsmith, just like I always put it on there. Description. Remember we were talking about the description a little while ago, and I had copied and pasted it into my Notepad++. There is my description. Now, I'm not going to copy the top line because that's telling me, hey, this is your description. Paste that in. Now that it is in there, I'm just going to look at it. I'm going to delete any extra spaces that I really don't need. Maybe drag this down so I could see it a little bit better. Yep, in this book, that looks fine. That is a viable, I'm not going to say it's great, but I'm going to say that's a viable description. That's going to get people looking at it, give you a good idea of what this book is about. You're not setting expectations when you finish this, you're going to be an expert photographer. No, this is tips and tricks from experienced photographers just giving you right off the cuff. So that's exactly what this is about. And I own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights. Yes, you do, as do I. We have the rights to the actual verbiage. Keep that in mind. And then we're going to come over to keywords. I'm going to come over to Amazon.com and I'm going to actually look for Kindle, because what we're going to do is we're going to look for keywords to go along with photography. So I'm going to go over to the Kindle store. Photographing the dead, photographic memory, photographing the dead, Dean Coots. Okay, so let me just go to photography. Photography composition, a critical introduction, demystified. That one sounds good. So I'm just going to click on that, grab that as one of my keywords. And then I'm going to come right back here, get rid of demystified. Composition, nudist magazines, marketing, photography poses. So I'm going to grab that one, come right back over here. You're going to want to fill up all 7 of these. Keep that in mind. Photography ebook. That's exactly what this is. So we definitely want to make sure. The reason why we're choosing this is because Amazon's saying people are searching for these. They're telling us people are searching for these. Photography course. Free to go. What's going on, Tom? So let's see here. Get rid of course. Let's see here. Perfect photography content. That looks nice. Of course, I did not want to see that photo. Sorry about that. Not what I was looking for. My apologies for that. Photography 101. And let's see here. We'll choose business. Okay, we have that. So now we're going to set our categories and we're going to choose nonfiction. And I'm just going to scroll down here. There's photography. We could choose general. And then we can choose, let's choose reference. And then choose save. So we got our category set. We're not going to do age and grade. We're going to skip right on by. I'm ready to release my book now. Go ahead and click on save and continue. And now it's going to ask me to upload my manuscript. So I'm going to upload it. No, I'm not going to do that. Upload manuscript. I want to make sure that this is the correct one. It's this one here. So now it's uploading that file, the Kindle publisher file, KPF. It is done. It's processing the file. The processing checks for spelling issues. So now it's going to ask us, okay, now we need to create a cover. Well, we can launch their cover creator, or what I recommend, go over to Stencil. If you do not have Stencil, there's a link down in the description of this actual video on YouTube, as well as on all of the Facebook groups and pages that I'm posting this to. So now I'm going to choose templates, and I'm going to do the drop down, and I'm going to choose ebook. Now we have this one here as a template. I really don't like it that much, but I'm just going to look at a couple of other ones here to see what we have. And then let me go over to photos here. Photo. Sometimes just changing photo to photography is actually a good change. Let me choose this one, see what it looks like. That's not too bad. So let me grab the title. Copy. Come back over to Stencil. Modern easy step. I'm just going to delete that. If I put in the text there, I just want to see how big. Okay. Not too bad. So I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. Put the author's name up on top. And then here I'm going to do background color. I'm going to choose do the color picker here. I like that. Escape. Yeah, I like that a lot. Got a little bit wider, a little bit wider. Maybe crank on that a little bit. Okay. Maybe not so much, but this gives me a good idea. Let me shrink. You want to have decent sized text. So that's not too bad. And then up here, we're just going to put in our AI wordsmith. And then we're going to do the background color on this, but this one, or actually we'll just do an outline. There we go. And that's not too bad. And then maybe a drop shadow. Make it pop off there just a little bit. There we go. Having fun creating spectacular photos with these tips. Perfect. We're going to save it. We're going to download it. And then I've noticed something kind of weird, so I'm just going to wait until this one's finished. Open it up. It actually looks good already, so we should be good to go. Come back over, and we're going to upload a cover. Upload our file. There it is. We're now uploading it. Takes just a minute for that to happen. Upload is successful. Now we can launch Previewer. It's preparing our file so we can take a good look at it. Almost finished here. Converting the files. It says it could take several minutes, depending on the size of your book, etc. It might. And with our book being, let me close this out here. Grammarly says that our book is, wait for it, still waiting for it. I want to see how many words this is. I bet you it's over 5,000. 5211. Good to go. So we've got that. Boom. Okay, so now we can actually preview it, and it looks doggone good. It really does. There's our table of contents, our forward, become a writer. People can click there, monetize my book. There's all the advice, full 9 yards. This is a nice looking book. So we're going to go back to the book details. I'm happy with it. So we got that. We don't need ISBN, so we're going to click on save and continue. Now, if you wanted to, could you add photos to your book? Sure, totally up to you. Enroll my book for KDP Select. You want to enroll in KDP Select, trust me on that. Now, here's a couple of things. If you choose 9 cents to $9.99, if you go to 35%, you're 99 cents to $200 plus. Keep that in mind. But for my purposes, I'm going to do 70%, and I'm going to come over here and do $2.99. That's what I'm going to be selling this as. And then, of course, I'm going to publish my Kindle ebook. And that is it. I did a complete book in 51 minutes and explaining everything and created the actual cover page. I mean, this is as easy as it gets. Now, once this is listed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to then promote my book on Facebook groups. I'm going to do something here real quick, and I'll show you that real quick. I'm going to click on these 3 dots here, and I'm going to come to promote and advertise. Now, this one I've already got it running on, I believe, yes. So I can't do it again, but if I did a free Kindle book, let me come back. I'm going to pick one that I haven't done yet. So I'm going to scroll down here, and there we go. Promote and advertise. And I'm going to, that one's doing a countdown. Yep, that one's already doing one. So let me find another one. Sorry about that, folks. This one I am sure is not ready yet, but I just want to make sure. Man, let's do this one. Promote and advertise. Okay, so we have 2 different types of promotions that you can do. Most Facebook groups that allow you to offer your book for reviews, you have to do the free book promo. When you do that, you're going to click on that dot, click on create new free book promo, and it's going to ask you, okay, what date do you want it to start on? What date do you want to end on? The maximum number of days that you can do this is 5. You can only do a 5-day promo. Now, when you do this, the start and end date times are Pacific, so keep that in mind. And you can only do this once every 90 days. So also keep that in mind. So you could choose your start date. I recommend that you make sure that you run through a weekend. So Thursday to Monday or Friday to Tuesday. That's what you're wanting to do. You want to make sure that it's through the weekend, and then if you're doing a listing today on Tuesday, go tell them whenever you give them the link to your book saying, hey, it's free from the 13th to the 17th. That way they could let their group know. That's how this stuff works. So when you come in here, create a new free book 5 days, make it through the weekend, Thursday through Monday, Friday through Tuesday, something like that. Allow them to download it, allow them to read it, because just reading the pages is also a good thing. Now, where do you find these groups at? Great question. I'm going to come right on over to Facebook and I'm going to type in free Kindle books, just like that. And then there are a ton of them. Free Kindle books, free Kindle books. There are almost 18,000 members there. There's 7,000. There's 5.1 thousand, 65,000. You get the picture. So you join these, you send them the links, they will promote them to their customers. What's in it for them? When you send them your link, they're going to convert it most likely to their affiliate link. That's how they make money. Don't badmouth it. Don't think bad about it. Be happy about it, because they're doing you a favor by getting more readers on your book as well as reviewers. So keep that in mind. So that is it, folks. I mean, it is really that simple. I'm going to come back to Bookshelf. I'm not going to put that one on promo as of yet, but this one's in review. It'll take a couple hours and it'll be live later on today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this file as is, and I'm also going to share this so you can see exactly what we did today. And I'm going to copy back over this into it. And I'm going to share this on the Facebook groups and the comments, full 9 yards, on YouTube. That way everyone can see exactly the output that this thing creates. I don't want anyone not using this if they're not comfortable with it. It's a great little program, and you saw that it did verify and go through plagiarism checks. So I'm going to share this and get this link out there so everyone can utilize it. And I'll start putting it into the groups where I've actually got this live going. And I'm sure everyone's going to look at it, read it, get a good idea about it, and then move on. So I've got all of those going. So I appreciate your guys' time today. Once again, Kindle Books is a great way to start getting, your publishing business rolling. The KBC creator that's inside of Society11, Society11 members can use it. It's exclusive right now to Society11 members. There's plenty of people right now that are creating these as we speak and posting them. Some are getting sales, some are getting reads. It's a numbers game, folks. It truly is. So you want to get it out there. You want to get this going as quickly as possible. And then just keep it going. Just keep creating books over and over and over again. But Kurt, what if someone else is running my niche and someone's doing it? It doesn't matter. The output from each one of this is unique. So you're going to be good to go. There's not going to be any issue. Just get rolling with it. And I appreciate your guys' time. Take care. It's almost been an hour, and that's exactly my time limit. That's exactly what I've been looking for, is right around the hour doing these. So like I said, I just want to thank you for taking your time, for watching, participating, asking questions, and I'm sure that you're going to be starting to do this, and you're going to actually start rolling this, and it is something that you can get into quite quickly, easily, and know that this is a good thing to do. So once again, thank you very much. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to hit me up. You leave comments anywhere of these videos that I've been on, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Until then, take care, have a great time, and once again, just be careful, have fun. This is something to be fun. Your publishing business is to be fun, and it's fun for me. I enjoy doing it. So um, I hope you enjoy this example as well. All right. Take care.